The pandemic that shook the world taught us all a few lessons about the way companies and individuals must quickly adapt. Those who accelerated their digital transformation applied AI-infused cloud-native technologies to scale and offer their clients a more compelling digital experience have thrived and conquered market shares. Automation is a rather generic term that can actually apply to many aspects across the organization, but in this presentation and set of demonstrations, I'll be focusing on the business automation part of the equation. In other words, how can an organization leverage AI-infused business automation solutions in order to uncover actionable insights, improve productivity and operational efficiency, improve the customer and business user experience to drive successful business outcomes, and just keep getting better over time? What could you or your organization achieve if you could reclaim 50% of the time your employees spend running the show to focus on what matters and embark on a digital transformation journey really geared towards accelerating growth and business performance across the board? Your digital transformation strategy must indeed encourage speed, tear down silos, infuse data-driven intelligence throughout the business, and drive seamless experiences that contribute to tangible business outcomes. In order to achieve this, four key steps must be taken into consideration. First, discovery. Adopt a data-driven approach in order to be in a position to make informed decisions. Step 2, decide. What do you want to do about it, now and over time? Define your automation strategy based on those facts. It's now time to act. Eliminating those mundane and repetitive tasks one way or another is probably the best way to get started. Nevertheless, when they can't be, you need to be able to leverage a wide set of capabilities to streamline, orchestrate, and automate them in a governed manner. Last but not least, optimize. Leverage machine learning powered operational intelligence in order to keep an eye on business and team performance, proactively identify bottlenecks, automatically prioritize relevant tasks, and keep uncovering actionable insights to improve those processes further. A better representation of this cycle would actually be in the form of a continuous loop as you relentlessly keep reinventing the way you do business. Now, act or automate. Although automation allows us to focus on what matters, not every single business process can be automated end-to-end. Certain industries have to comply with strict regulations and deal with risks. Some activities or tasks throughout those processes still require human supervision. We also have to consider the time and efforts required to completely revamp those business processes. You heard the saying, do it right, do it fast, do it cheap, pick two. The good news is that you don't have to choose and could actually adopt a phased approach, going after the low-hanging fruit first while building a solid roadmap to eventually address more complex business challenges. As part of your initial discovery and continuous optimization efforts, relying on process mining to make informed decisions can make a huge difference towards achieving expected business outcomes and accelerating time to value. As introduced on the previous slide, our revamped, comprehensive yet modular business automation platform has quite a few benefits to offer. During the implementation, no need to reinvent the wheel or deal with some cumbersome integration. Every single capability you may need now or later can be availed and is pre-integrated out of the box. Besides, it gives you the ability to empower your business users by leveraging our unified no-code studio. On the other hand, business users can leverage our unified Navigator workplace interface to perform their job in no time, while relevant stakeholders keep an eye on business and team performance, leveraging business automation insights. Before switching to our demo environment, let's take a look at this credit card application use case before and after automation. Before automation, the process involved many manual steps and appears poorly orchestrated. Based on a recent experience, execution can take up to 13 days. After automation, we're in the presence of a more streamlined, governed, and finely orchestrated workflow, leveraging several automation capabilities in order to reduce unnecessary and costly human interventions while ensuring compliance with applicable regulations and SLAs. As a consequence, we can rely on more productive bank representatives able to spend more time engaging with prospects and clients to drive more business for the bank. Finally, this also leads to happier customers more inclined to consider other services whenever proactively offered. Now that our OpenShift cluster is up and running and the Cloud Pak for Business automation deployed on top of it ready to go, let's take a look at the key steps required to implement this end-to-end process. Everything is going to start from the Cloud Pak for Business automation development workbench, where you're going to find the low-code business automation studio. The low-code studio enables the creation of business applications and business automations in the form of decision services, document processing flows, workflows, and content applications. We're going to start with the creation of the low-code application to be exposed to our sales representative, allowing them to capture those leads while in the field. You can notice the major emphasis put on reuse with the ability to create and leverage toolkits and templates. I kickstarted that, but you'll witness how easy it is to create and modify those low-code applications. Notice how the data model is generated automatically and associated with relevant fields. While we're busy implementing the user experience, we can also toggle between different device types to find out how the responsive UI will be rendered. As suggested before, applying prescriptive business rules along with predictive machine learning models equipped with adequate guardrails to keep risk under control can also be quite compelling. Based on the level of confidence in the risk associated with this operation, you can define whether this approval should be executed as a straight-through process or just provide a set of recommendations to the card and risk management teams who will then be responsible for taking the final decision. Now let's see how RPA will be leveraged to automate a couple of mundane tasks against systems that don't expose proper APIs. This simple RPA bot is basically responsible for generating and validating the virtual credit card number, fetching and extracting the credit score used as part of our approval process. To conclude this video, let's now stitch everything together and see how relevant business users will be able to interact with this integrated workflow. Back on the Cloud Pak for Business automation homepage, we'll first switch from our dev workbench to the production pane where we'll find Navigator Workplace. Meanwhile, relevant business stakeholders can leverage the Business Performance Center to keep an eye on business and team performance through out-of-the-box or custom KPI-centric dashboards.